that's always been a debate. It's like, could Vince have done what he did and made WWF what he did without Hulk?
I don't think so, but I don't think Hulk would have been what he was without Vince McMahon either.
Right. I mean, Hulk
So
was
what the hell is
starting
the argument?
Hulk was starting an upward trajectory, and he was like a big deal in the AWA back when they still mattered. But they pointed out they didn't want to pull the trigger with him because even though he was arguably their biggest star, Vern wanted a wrestler, and Hogan was more of an entertainer. So I don't know, and that's why
what made more money, the wrestler or the entertainer?
Exactly, and Vince offered him some cash. He came down. Boom! Hulkamania exploded because Hulkamania. Conrad always laughs his ass off about when Bischoff says this, but it's true. Where he says Hulkamania started in the AWA, not in the WWF, and I mean technically it's true. It didn't blow up.
Another football reference here. Kurt Warner, one of the best quarterbacks ever, started in Canada, the Canadian Football League.
Right.
And nobody talks about that. It's true. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Facts are facts.
Yeah. Right. And Conrad laughs about it. Oh, well, nobody cared about him in the AWA. It's like, I mean, they did. It just wasn't a national thing like WWF was. So that was always the argument.
Did he get the title from Nick Bockwinkel and something happened? Like they did a screw reverse or something like that?
Yeah, they basically did a dusty finish on it. And it damn near killed the town. Because people were like, well, that's...
And then he went on the greener pastures.
Right. It's like, well, if you're not going to give me the belt...
stuff up, dude.
Yep.
Oh, man.
It's dumb. And yeah, I don't know. It's been debated. It's like, if he didn't get Hogan, could he still have done what he did? And could he have gotten somebody else and plugged him in there and made him a huge star?
I suppose he could have done anything, but what the company took off? That's the question.
Yeah, that's like
the answer to your question is going to be yes. He could have got anybody, but would it have been enough to do what he did? I don't think.
Right. So. Well, the debate was always like, okay, who the hell could it have been? It's like some people argued it's like maybe Dusty Rhodes. Like that's there wasn't really anybody else that was like available at the time that was anywhere near that level of star. Dusty clearly didn't.
Bruno had already hung it up, right?
Oh yeah. So, I mean,
any guy that gets a private audience with the Pope tells me he's a megastar. But
yeah, right. I'm going to say, I mean, Dusty is the only one I can really think of. People argued maybe one of the like Kerry Von Erich or Gino Hernandez, but I mean, Gino's more of a heel.
Wait, Gino's still alive at this time?
In the early 80s, he is not right here, the time period we're talking about.
No, I know. I forget what exactly.
Yeah, I can't
sad.
remember. Yeah, I know. And he was really good too. He passed away in 86. He was only 28, so yikes. But either way, it's a
like
big,
him and Magnum TA could have done huge things.
For sure.
I know they're different companies, but
it's really a big what if. That's one of the biggest like what ifs around. It's like
that's one of the things I hate about Dark Side of the Ring too, stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, that and like I said, because somebody asked this question. There's stuff on Jim Cornette's podcast where he's like analyzing. It's like if not Hogan, who? And could anybody have come close? And I think the only answer he came up with was Dusty Rhodes.
I know it wasn't a thing yet, but I think later on, once they established him, Sting might have had a chance.
Yeah, but by the time he was like big enough, where they could have done something like that, it was like what, late 80s?
Right. Yeah, right. 88, 89. I think.
Hogan took
89
off.
89 essentially is his coming out party, I believe. So.
Right. Hogan took off in 81, 82, something like that.